So that is a cipher. If it sees us, it'll start an alert phase. We can destroy it or we can jam it with chaff grenades, which I have neither. I have no chaff grenades and I do not have a desire to destroy it, so. I don't remember where this bomb is. Oh yeah, it's right here. All right. I don't know why I'm going back this way. It would have been easier, but eh. You win some, you lose some, I guess. But I had something else. Oh, Dead Cell. They were originally also all meant to wear sunglasses, but the Matrix came out around the same time as this, and I guess they didn't want them to think they were copying the Matrix, so yeah, no sunglasses. Dude, I'm gonna need you to turn around so I can do this. But yeah, there's a couple other little things about Dead Cell, but we will talk about that when we actually meet some of the members. I'm gonna call Pliskin again and see if he has anything to say.
Raiden, I'm done with one more C4.
That.
This one was in a spot so narrow, I had to crawl in to get at it.
Freeze! Huh?
I had something I was going to say, and I lost my train of thought. Yeah, we pretty much just have free run of the facility. We can run around and defuse all these bombs. So there is the bomb. We can't get to it from the side. There we go. Get from this side, though. Okay, we're gonna call Pliskin or Stillman.
This is Raiden. The C4 found in Strut A has been frozen and disposed of. Explosives were planted in the pump room on the first floor.
This is all wrong. This is something only an amateur would do.
What do you mean?
All the bombs that have been found so far don't appear to be in the right kind of locations. And the quantity of explosives isn't sufficient either.
Even Fat Man can make mistakes, right?
No, there's something else going on here. Get a move on with the disposal, Raiden. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do you think it's a trap?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell Pliskin to watch his back too. Just hurry.
Fat Man. Yeah, he's named after an atomic bomb. I mean, he is actually a fat man, but he is named after an atomic bomb. Alright, we will make our way. I don't know why I decided to go around this way, but whip. Wibble wobble wooble. Alright, so there is a cipher and a guard here. Do I have any chaffs? Yes. So we can knock out the cipher with a chaff grenade. And we just have to contend with the guard. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. All right, we are in the warehouse. There's some things we can gather here. Including VM9. We could have come here at the very beginning.
Nothing here.
And gotten this. I don't mean the very beginning, but before we went and met Pliskin and got the SOCOM, we could have come here and gotten the M9. Oop. Don't like not having a radar. You call in a patrol? Where is he? Where did he go? Oh, he went down. Oh, he's right there.
Freeze! Huh?
There's somebody there.
I was gonna say, he should fall asleep any second. One of these guys does make regular reports. You heard him doing so. If he doesn't report in when he's supposed to, they will send a search team to find him. Mine detector, that'll come in handy later. This is the room I wanted. And they'll find them asleep, they'll wake them up, and move on. If they find dead bodies, however, they'll search for you. There are a couple other things we can gather up here. Some pentazamine. More rations. Cardboard box.
One more bomb defused.
He's not going to talk about stuff
There
I
was
want him
one I
to.
managed to find.
I'm just going to skip that. He's not talking about stuff I want him to.
Vamp is a member of Dead
There.
Cell.
Oh, this is something
Born
new.
in Romania, his specialty is knives. But I guess you know that by now. When he was just a kid, he lost his family to a terrorist bomb that went off in a church they were attending. His body pierced by a crucifix, Vamp was buried under the rubble for 2 days before he was finally rescued. During those 2 days, he survived by feeding on the blood of his family to quench his thirst. That was how he acquired a taste for blood.
So that's why they call him Vamp.
No, Vamp isn't for vampire, it's because he's bisexual. Rumor has it, Vamp was the lover of Scott Dolph, the Marine Commandant who accidentally died 2 years ago. Scott Dolph was also the father of Fortune, the Dead Cell leader.
Fortune's old man? But Fortune and Vamp?
You noticed, eh? Not bad for a rookie.
Right.
As you say, Vamp and Fortune are very close. Not lovers, but very close.
Friends?
No, there's more to their relationship than that.
But Vamp was her father's lover.
Would it have been better if it was with her mother?
Well,
I don't really think they care what you think. Focus on the mission.
So yeah, he did say the one thing.
by the way, have you ever met the guy before?
No.
But he seemed to know you.
Right. Well, No, it can't be.
What?
Nothing. I told you the Dead Cell is a group of madmen. I wouldn't take anything they say very seriously.
Yeah, he did bring up the one thing I wanted him to, which was, there we go. That Fortune is the daughter of the Marine Commandant who died when the Sanker Tunk tanker sunk 2 years ago. Weird how the daughter of the Marine Corps Commandant goes off to join a unit that is, I think, kind of like a department of the Navy, but we just picked up a SOCOM suppressor, so now we can blast away. Yeah, they'll find those guys asleep. They'll wake them up and move on.
The situation is normal. All clear.
If you kill them and then leave their bodies out, they'll go into a caution phase. If you kill them or knock them out and hide their bodies, the assault team will eventually go, yep, can't find them, and they'll leave.
There was nothing wrong. Everything is all right.
Wow, they didn't even come look for this dude. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, you have to drop down to get up there, don't you?
There's somebody there.
I forgot you have to, Just gonna keep putting these guys to sleep. I think there are a couple more items we can grab. I want to say there might be another room we can go into, but we don't have, all the card keys. And if you've noticed, you don't have to have a card key equipped anymore in order to use it. You just walk up to the door. Oh, I don't want to drop that. But there are magazines there. We can pick up those magazines and use them as a impromptu distraction. If you set them down and a guard sees them, he will go look at girly mags. Is this? Yes. So that guard up there will pull out a pair of binoculars and he will look around, but you can still trank him. There we go.
Be careful. There are claymore mines around there.
Who is this?
Stealth-equipped claymore mines, invisible to the naked eye. Use the mine detector.
Identify yourself.
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? You mean from Shadow Moses?
Mr. X, then.
Mr. X now, is it? Why would it matter if I called you Deep Throat?
Never mind about that.
Why did you contact me?
Let's just say I'm one of your fans.
Colonel, someone calling himself Mr. X just contacted me. Do you know anything about it?
No. And whoever it wasn't a burst transmission. The transmission was sent from within the big shell.
He called himself Deep Throat at first. Do you think...
I caught that part too. But the possibility of it being true is none. Gray Fox was the one who used that alias in Shadow Moses, and he's dead.
Is it an enemy trap?
Could be. Exercise extreme caution.
Well, so Ray Fox might have just called us. We don't know for sure. But let's see if Pliskin has anything to say.
Everything's going smoothly over here.
Yeah, he's not talking about the stuff I want him to, but Mr. X, Deep Throat, whoever, did tell us that there were claymore mines, so we will go ahead and get those. So yeah, it could be Gray Fox, could be some other dude, could be nobody. Who knows? Oops. I want my Sensor A. Yeah, the game has a slow start. But it has a little bit more of a pickup later
Jack,
on.
do you remember
Oops.
the day we met?
I'm kind of busy right now, Rose.
You're right, sorry.
I do remember. It was right after I transferred to New York. There are all these tourists around you in front of the Federal Hall.
A group of middle-aged Japanese ladies came up and asked me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in the movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler Building, and then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler Building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists. I was insisting that I was right, and you were doing the same. The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way to Battery Park.
And for nothing.
Since the museum was closed, we went our separate ways from the museum. And then I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence that we were actually working at the same place.
That night we went up to the top of the Empire State.
It was so beautiful. I could look down on the Chrysler Building from 120 stories above ground.
I felt overwhelmed. I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night. Didn't sleep till morning. If it weren't for that coincidence, we wouldn't be together.
I know. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm taking up your time again.
What?
Take care.
So that was odd, but that song playing in the background is the theme song for this game. It is called Don't Say Goodbye to Yesterday, and I don't know if I like it more or the best is yet to come, because the soundtracks to the Metal Gear games are all just unbelievably just superb. Isn't that a... yeah. But yeah, that song just like hits so hard. The three main songs to the Metal Gear games hit really hard for me, and I just mean like in that nostalgic, just, I don't know, that wonderful, like, wanderlust feeling of, I guess, being a kid. Nobody's here. There isn't a soul. Now you're asleep. Let's try Pliskin again, see if anything has changed. He might not do this until after.
That's a tranquilizer gun with a sound
he's
suppressor.
doing the weapon at least.
Hit an enemy with that, and it's good night. Sleep tight. The time in which the tranquilizer takes effect depends on where you hit your target. If you want to knock somebody out with a single shot, aim carefully for vital spots like the head or heart.
Or groin.
I think I've seen this modified gun before.
Yeah, it looks like the same gun used by Solid Snake 2 years ago. Following that terrorist incident, similar models were made and sold among the fans of his exploits. I think that's one of them. That's an American military M9 modified for tranquilizer bullets. When the tranquilizer bullets hit a target, the round uses the force of the impact to mix the drug, also producing a gas in the process. The pressure of the gas drives a built-in piston that injects the target with a powerful anesthetic. It's like firing a small hypodermic syringe. This M9 is a tranquilizer gun that knocks out the enemy.
You make
It
no
doesn't kill
sense.
them.
Strange.
So yeah, like I said, Pliskin's usually the better person to call, because he'll actually give you insight into, like, the lore, like, the bosses, stuff like that. Where Colonel does what Colonel does, and he just kind of tells you how to play the game. Snake, I'm sorry. It's not Snake, it's Pliskin. He fills the role of Master Miller and Nastasha from Metal Gear Solid, so. And there's a lot of dialogue I wish he would give us, but he's not giving us. He should have dialogue for you being in a cardboard box. He should have dialogue about you destroying his cardboard boxes. Well, that's in that conversation. He should have dialogue in Raiden being like, yeah, I don't want to fight somebody who's going to hide in a box. Like, he should have some dialogue for this stuff.
That annoying fly. What's the situation over there?
Puzzling. I saw a man dressed like a ninja just now.
Ninja?
It's the only way to describe it. A kind of cyborg ninja complete with a sword.
What?
Are you hiding something from me?
Olga, are you sure it wasn't an Arsenal Tengu?
Don't be a fool. Think I wouldn't know the difference? I've never seen field gear like that ever.
All right, we'll intensify patrols. Anything else?
Actually, one more thing. You'll find it hard to believe, though. I saw a man hiding under a cardboard box.
Where?
On the connecting bridge to Shell 2. So you believe me this time?
I've seen someone use that box trick before. We'll lay a trap on the Shell 2 connecting bridge.
Over and out, then.
Oh, we know Olga's alive.
Freeze! You must be one of Dead Cell.
Of course not. What a thing to say.
Drop your gun!
Not this time.
Not a chance.
Yeah, because that's a thing she can do now. She just fucking cartwheels off the side of the big shell. So yeah, Olga's alive, but it makes sense because the Galukovich mercs are here, and Sergei's dead. We saw Ocelot murk him.
I saw a female soldier. Russian.
Must be Olga Galukovich.
How do you know?
Unlike you, I've been briefed.
She's not a Dead Cell?
No, she commands a Russian private army.
They must be the ones patrolling the big shell.
That's right. She's led the group ever since her old man, Colonel Galukovich, died. Watch yourself with her. She's a tough one.
Yeah, there should be like 2 guards up here.
Freeze! More! Ah!
Yeah, the bomb is underneath the Harrier. We only have 1 more bomb left. Or 2. No, 1.
Raiden here. The C4 reported on the roof of Strut E has been taken care of. Explosives were planted on the Harrier 2 stationed on the roof.
Good work. Only 1 more left to go.
This is Pliskin. Do you read me, Pete?
I'm here. What's up?
Raiden, you need to hear this too.
I'm listening.
I checked out the bottom of Strut H for you, Pete.
Wait, what's this about?
I asked Pliskin to look around. Knowing Fat Man, I can't shake the feeling that all the bombs so far were just wrong.
So did you find anything?
Yeah, a hell of a lot of C4s packed into the bottom of the strut. Pete called it right.
I knew he had the real thing up his sleeve.
So all the other ones were dummies?
No, they're a threat, all right. But the detonation wouldn't be enough to destroy the entire shell. But the C4s Pliskin found would inflict serious structural damage.
That's not the bad news either. These are sensor-proof.
What?
New model, I guess. The ionization sensor can't detect them. The whole thing is sealed tight to prevent vapor leak, and there's no trace of that cologne signature. Pete, looks like he fooled you.
Yes.
But you managed to find the thing anyway.
It was sheer luck.
Bombs that are invisible to the sensor?
Any ideas, Pete?
Are there more out there?
I will see for myself.
You can't move fast enough.
He's right. I can try the spray from a distance.
Hold on. There's something not right about this one. I can feel it.
Well, Pete, should I come back and get you?
No, there's no need. Raiden, you have 1 left to go, correct?
Right, except for those scentless ones.
How about you, Pliskin?
I have 2 left, not counting this one.
Okay. It'll have to be me. I have the level 4 card that'll get me into Shell 2 in any case.
You'll never make it. With that bad leg of yours, they'll spot you for sure.
That won't happen. I can walk just fine. I can even run.
What do you mean?
That bomb, 5 years ago. I messed up. Even with all my experience, I lost it. And the church was lost in the explosion. All those kids playing nearby, too. These past 5 years, I've lived a lie.
Lied?
Yes, lied. I didn't lose my leg in the explosion. So many dead. All because of my mistake. All I could think about was hiding from the crime, shielding myself from the public outcry. I wanted people to be sorry for me, for my weakness. I faked being a victim myself because I couldn't bear to face the families of the real victims. This is no prosthetic. I can keep my footing on catwalks and hike over deserts. I lived my life so well, I haven't even answered to myself for my sins. It was supposed to be a shield, and it's become a shroud instead. I've killed my soul by playing the victim. Instead of protecting me, it's made my life even more hellish.
What good can that do the victims?
I know. I'm a coward.
Hey, Pete.
God forgive me. I can walk with my own 2 feet, and I need them to stop Fat Man. His crimes are also mine. One of omission and arrogance. No one should teach the skills I taught him without a clear conscience. This is the only way I can diffuse my own sins.
I get you, Pete. That one's all yours. You got it, Raiden?
I understand.
Pete, I've taken care of guards in struts G and H of Shell 2. I wouldn't recommend you go into any of the other struts.
I owe you one.
I'll get back to freezing the baby bombs then.
You do that too, Raiden.
I'm on it.
I'll have the radio with me if you need to get in touch. Just don't ask for Peg Leg Peter. He's gone for good.
All right, we have 1 bomb left. But that is going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Till then, take it easy. Have a good one. Later, everybody.